All right, day 2 of 100 of surrender. This is what I look like when I first wake up. And it's astonishing how you get so used to seeing yourself without makeup because, like, COVID, we never did it, right? And then you get on camera and you're like, oh, awesome. Anyway, yeah. So interesting things and updates since yesterday in just a day. So it's going to be hella interesting to see what happens over 100 days. As soon as I finished that video yesterday, ooh, my heart and my brain just started processing like crazy. And it was like, oh, clarity, clarity, clarity. And then I made a list of some really big decisions. And then I was inundated with love from messages about these videos. And I was like, wow, thank you. That's pretty amazing. Um, to know that I'm like so many of you want to do this journey too. So yeah, anyways, super cool. Amazeballs. But I did get a lot of clarity with myself yesterday, and I did make some very, very heavy, big decisions that I'll share later on. Not quite ready to share those yet. They're still very fresh. But in all of that, kind of leaned into a good friend at the end of the day to sort of process myself and okay, this is what I've done. Huh. Yeah. And through all of that, I had this thought or this memory or this conversation in regards to remember when. And it's an interesting sort of space to be in. Remember when. And so we started floating through remember whens. And remember when I didn't love my body? That's something that I've actually learned to do, which is shocking to me because I hated my body um, a lot. Like I was embarrassed by it. It was an identity crisis for me. I was always thin. I was always super fit. I was tiny and small boned and little, just itty bitty. And throw me over your shoulder, just itty bitty. And that is not the case anymore, obviously. And that was really hard. That was probably the hardest journey. And even working with people, the two hardest things I see is trusting money and no, sorry, that's the third hardest, trusting money. The two hardest are love and self-worth, like loving your body. So, anyways, remember when I didn't love my body. Remember when I didn't have worth. Remember when, and we started unfolding into the ridiculous nature of what we do when we're looking for love. And for me, it was, man, I would do anything to keep love, anything. Well, not anything, but probably almost anything. I just wanted to be the best girlfriend, the best lover, the best cook, the best taker care of her, the best nurturer, the best listener, like the best, the best, the best, so that I'll be the best and then you'll keep me. That didn't work. And then it turned into I psychoanalyze you. It's my background. So then it turned into let me find everything that's wrong with you. That way I can help you. Then I'll be good. That didn't work either. And so one of the things that I've known for a long time and what I ended up doing at the end of last night that I wanted to share, you can't get everything you want from one person. It's impossible. You can't get it from your best friend. You can't get it from your partner. You can't get everything that you need from one human. And we are social creatures. So I started a list, and I'm going to work on that list today of to feel fulfilled. What is it that I truly need? And where can I allow that into my life? I have a strong group of people in my life. And I know they're all uniquely beautiful and skilled at something, just naturally. So, vulnerability, back to that. What is it that I require? What do I need to feel fulfilled? Right now, I need someone to hold space for me as I process these big decisions. Because I'm making some big decisions. I need someone to hold space that doesn't compare, that doesn't automatically go, oh, when I went through that, oh, that's just like the time that and I know that we love and we're sharing and we think we're bonding. And I can really do that sometimes too. I think because of my career, I've learned not to do it. Um, but every now and then it slips in. Absolutely. But it's hard when you just need to be heard, really hard. So I kind of started one of those conversations last night with one of my friends. I said, I just sort of need to be heard right now. Like I'm very low right now. I'm depleted right now. And I know how to fill my cup. And so I'm working on filling my cup. And part of that is, can you hold space for me? Because I don't have the ability right now to share some of this vulnerability with you and then have you add to my empty cup. I have no room for that right now. And when you have really good friends, that is a beautiful thing. And they're like, fuck yeah, let's do it. Let's sit down. Do I take notes? What do we do? Um, so today is the day where I'm going to process very deeply. I've got a lot of work to do today. We're recording the yearly forecast. I have some leaning into some of my girlfriends to do today to talk about like, is this decision the right decision for me? I am a social thinker. I need to think it out loud. Um, and then in between all of that, it's going to be meditating today. I don't have clients today. I'm still on holidays technically. And writing a list of what do I need? What does Dime require? What serves me? What's a requirement right now for me? And then this beautiful thing happens when we are a species of survival, right? So in our genetic code, in our DNA, we trust fully, we know fully, very deep subconscious, we trust and know that our basic needs have to be met for us to survive, which is food, shelter, warmth, all those things. And we just instinctively know that that has to be met for us to survive. Therefore, it's always met, maybe just by a thread or a minimum, but it's always met. Um, I'll share my story about being homeless later. I was homeless for like just a couple weeks, not a big deal, but I've been through, had lots of money and I've had nothing. It's been a lot of things. Um, anyway, because we believe that our basic needs will always be met, they always are. This is part of quantum entanglement. This is a very subconscious behavior. And so when we discover what our requirements for evolution is, and we go, that's a requirement for me. That flips it into, with quantum entanglement, but it flips it into it being met. So that's what I'm doing today. I'm writing a list of my requirements. What do I require in order to feel fulfilled? And then I'm going to look at that list and I'm going to figure out, who do I have in my life that can help me with this? Who can I lean into? And then I have to take action on that. And I have to stay vulnerable with that. Um, so yeah, that's my journey for today. Day 2 of 100. Day 1 fucked me up, guys. What the hell is 100 going to bring? I'm probably going to move across the country again or like into a different country. Like, blah, who knows, right? Ugh. Anyways, here we go. Day 2. What are your requirements? What are we working on? Good times. All right, enjoy your day. I'm going to go try and make my face a little fresher looking for my recording and do some processing. Talk soon.